NUS or National University of Singapore should be your top choice if you're considering studying in Singapore. It's ranked 8th in the world by QS and 19th by Times Higher Education. Top 3 in Asia by both QS and Times, and amongst top 50 in many subject areas. The MBA program at NUS is also ranked 21st in the world by the Financial Times. Hey, my name is Saket, and if you want to study at this world top university, stick until the end, as we're also joined by Ravali Bairi, a master's student at NUS, to help you with your application. Also, I'm dropping the link to her winning SOP in the pinned comments and the description that helped her secure her place. You can use this SOP as an inspiration to draft yours. Let's start and get to know her a bit.
So I've done my bachelor's in architecture from Sir J.J. College of Architecture, Mumbai. And during my, I would say, second year, I realized that I wanted to switch my field and get into management. And then I looked up universities that are offering a program which is mainly for people with no experience. Because when you do study abroad, they look for people. If you're going for an MBA or a master's, you do need at least 2 years of experience. And because I wanted to continue my studies, I looked for a program called Masters in Management. And I did apply to all over the world, but I thought NUS was the best fit. So yeah, and then I did my Masters in Management at NUS from Jan 2023 to 2024. And I recently just graduated. So that's where I'm at with my education and professional background.
Question 1. What programs can I study? So NUS has 13 faculties and schools, which include business, computing, dentistry, design and engineering, humanities and social sciences, integrative science and engineering, law, medicine, music, public health and public policy, to name a few. So there are 250 plus undergraduate and postgraduate programs on offer that are taught in English. This means you'll find what you want to study at NUS. There is something for everyone. Now let's hear from Ravali that why she chose to study here.
I would say it's a very personal choice in that, like, I am from Dubai. I grew up in Dubai, UAE, and I've studied my bachelor's in Mumbai. So I just felt like a good blend of the two is Singapore. I mean, I went there for a vacation and I saw that the culture is something that I was looking for mainly. And of course, it's NUS, very Asian in a way. So that's one good reason. And of course, I also looked at the tuition fee structure. I felt like it isn't extremely different from, let's say, the US or UK universities, but definitely every dollar counts if you convert it back into money. Yep. And let's say dirhams or rupees. So I think those are the two main reasons. And at the time I applied, it was on the top 10 of the world's top 10 of the world universities. So these are the few reasons I was looking at. And the last one would be that the selection and the courses, they had up to 30 courses that I could select from, which isn't something I looked at in any other university. So I think the range of courses was something that really attracted me to the university.
Question number 2. What are the entry requirements and the documentation? So for UG applicants from CBSE and ISC boards, a good pass in 5 subjects including English is required. No SAT or English test will be needed. For students from state boards, same requirements apply, but SAT scores will be needed and English test is waived. Do note that some programs may require you to have specific subjects in your 12th, such as maths. For PG, a bachelor's degree is usually required in addition to English language tests. Some programs may also need GMAT or GRE too, so do check beforehand. Documentation required will be mark sheets, CV, passport, letters of recommendation and statement of purpose in addition to English language scores or GMAT GRE if needed. Also, interviews will be required by certain courses. Links to all that I've discussed with respect to entry requirements are in the description box below, so do check it out. Ravali throws some more light on the documentation she furnished during her applications. Let's hear from her.
I remember applying for NUS with an SOP, the statement of purpose. And then I also had to write 2 LORs, letter of recommendation. And your GMAT or GRE isn't necessary, but it's recommended, like, just to make your profile a bit stronger than others. And your TOEFL and IELTS are a must. And you need to get at least a 7 band in IELTS and around 100 in TOEFL. And yes, you also need your resume, your updated resume, let's say include your internships in school and basically everything that you've done so far till bachelor's. And I think that's all. There wasn't anything too out of place when it came to documents. It was just resume, LOR, SOP, and your GMAT or GRE and TOEFL scores.
Question number 3. What does the overall process and timeline look like? So for UG students from India, start your prep as early as possible, and by that I mean start prepping as early as 1 year in advance. The deadline to apply is usually 3rd March each year. For masters, also start prepping early and apply a minimum of 4 months before the term start date. The process to apply is also fairly straightforward for both UG and PG applicants. You go on NUS website, fill the form, upload documents and submit. The university will let you know of your application outcome in 2 to 4 weeks. Now let's hear from Ravali more on her application timelines and experience.
So I applied sometime in May 2022 and I got my admit in June 2022. So for me, it took less than a month to get the admission. But usually it takes about 2 to 3 months. So let's say the semester I applied for was Jan 2023, for which I started applying. The applications are open from May till August. August is the deadline. And they also have two kinds of offers, the unconditional and conditional offer. So the first round is when you send all of your documents like I just mentioned. And I also forgot to mention the transcript, that's very important. So with all of those documents sent, they would need about 1 to 2 weeks to screen it. And then if they think you're a good fit, they send you a conditional offer. And the condition is the interview. So you get about 2 to 3 weeks to prepare for the interview. And once you're selected in that through the interview, you get your unconditional offer within about a month. And if, let's say, they really like your profile, they would give it to you even before a month. So I would just give you a tip that if you're looking for passing the interview, focus on extracurricular activities, because at NUS, even having studied there, more than grades, they look at you as an overall candidate. They're looking at what can you bring to the university. So try to focus on things like what are you good at other than just studies. That really helps. So in my case, it was that I like learning new languages. So that really impressed them. And another thing I would say for the interview is focus on being updated, like no current affairs. So that's something that would help. So yeah, that was the whole application process.
Question number 4. What are the tuition fee, living costs, and if there are any scholarships? So the tuition fee per year for UG programs range between 20,000 to 25,000 Singapore dollars on an average, with some courses like dentistry ranging on the higher side. For masters, you can expect to spend 40 to 60,000 Singapore dollars on an average per annum. For living costs, 2,000 to 3,000 Singapore dollars per month is recommended by the university. The university also awards various scholarships that can give you full tuition fee, so do check that beforehand, and all the links to that are in the description. Now let's hear from Ravali more about tuition fee and the living costs.
So for the course Masters in Management that I pick up, it costs around total of anywhere between 45 to 60,000 Singapore dollars for 1 year, and your living cost can be anywhere between 2,500 to 3,500 would be decent, because Singapore is really expensive in terms of rent. So more than half your money, 60% of your money would just go into your rent. So just make sure to have a good range between 2.5 to 3.5 would be decent for you to survive. And not to mention that NUS does not provide any housing for master's students, so that's something you have to look out for yourself. But yeah, anywhere between 2.5 to 3.5K a month Singapore dollars, along with 45 to 60K a year for your tuition fee would be a good range.
Now let's hear from Ravali about her experience with overall visa application process.
So let's say once you get your admission, your unconditional offer, the school will detail you on how to go with it, but you have to fill out an application for the student visa to ICA, which is the government for Singapore. And you have to submit some documents regarding your health status. Maybe, like, especially if you're from India, then you would need to send in your tuberculosis and your HIV reports in the medical documents. And the process itself is pretty much very simple because NUS will explain it all to you in the onboarding email. And once you're there, they also give you an orientation for a week where again they explain how to convert your current, let's say, tourist visa or whatever visa you're on to convert it to a student visa. So the whole process is explained to you as and when you go there. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
So that was for today's video. Let me know which other university you would like me to cover in the next video, and before you leave, don't forget to download Ravali's SOP from the pinned comments and description. Thank you for watching, and let us catch up in the next video.